Hi F4vor. Yeah, we talked about doing a little VOD review, and since you're gonna have to play main support a little bit, probably when I will be gone at the OD. No, I thought I could record this for you at the very least. It's your gameplay, your Lucio gameplay from yesterday. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm sure we're gonna find some stuff. So yeah, hope hope you like it. Uh, so alright, let's get into it. They have the Monkey Anabri comp with an Echo and Tracer, which means your two jobs are gonna be, three jobs are gonna be making sure the queen can rotate. When she will need to go onto somebody, she should be able to shout and go on it herself. Like it's probably too risky for you to travel too far with an Echo, and you're most likely not gonna be bringing a lot of value against the brig because your damage is very weak against the brigades. Um, so yeah, basically you make sure the rotations are good. You make sure the queen can access good position without using shout with your speed. You duel a little bit the tracer if she comes too close to the Kiriko, and if you can get some high value boops on the monkey, that's huge. And there's a lot of like small stuff you can do on the side, but we're gonna be we're gonna dive into it. So okay, here's decent spam. I would spam tank honestly. You're never gonna hit like so many like these target this range. Okay, that's a good speed. That's exactly what you wanna do. That's a bad whoop because okay, that's very specific to Junk Queen, like contrarily to like to Rain or Ram. She's super effective at like one specific moment when she swings, so you need to always make sure when she wants to swing, you're not booping people away. Uh, and yeah, otherwise you would be better like running over people and booping them in rather than out. Uh, and here you get caught because like you're a little bit too exposed, so the Winston's gonna jump you. You actually, like, believe it or not, you're even more vulnerable than a Kiriko on Lucio. That means you have to make sure you're really safe, even safer than your Kiriko. You like very rarely do you peel for your Kiriko. Most of the time that's the opposite, because you're still the guy they can target the easiest in this comp. Yeah. And you're like, honestly, the your positioning was fine, but because you booped Diana and they escaped safely, you just got jumped. The positioning was not too bad, honestly. A little bit of the rollout to work on. Okay, that's huge. Don't overextend. This is the moment you die. Okay, now you need to speed in. Speed in. Ah, no, that's too late. See, the first set of Goldon was not ready yet. I feel like I'm not too sure, but like yeah. Here they just lost the monkey. The Echo had no like just at flight. They had to peel for her. And here you have like two good heroes at close range that you have literally in line of sight, which are Sombra and Queen. And like if you speed them in right now, and they have a chance to kill this Echo, and eventually to go on this Ana before she can reposition. But here it's too long. It's too long. That means the debris can step in, and the Echo is full HP again. Queen feeds. It's fine though. So yeah, definitely it's not an easy comp. Like every flying comp, like it's cancer to play when you're Lucio. You have to be extra careful. You cannot make a lot of proactive plays. You have to be a little bit of a bot more. That's the rules of the game. You have a bad weapon. Okay. You have 12 bullets. You could reload all this time. That's fine. No, that's good speed. Okay, that's kind of sad. Okay, that's good boop. Oh, camp. Okay. Like just here, you lost the you lost the fight here and here by instinct. I know there are two tanks here, including I mean one that's copy, but that have no mobility. I would go. I would straight up go. I can't do lines. Fuck. I would go on top here and wait to try to boop them into the pit, because there is a decent chance you already lost the fight. Okay, you're not gonna turn this without your queen, and everybody's crit. Like Tom has 1 HP. You Sombra is about to go off. Like just maybe if you get a pick, that's good for next fight, you know. And also that's good for your ult charge, which is a bit lacking, but it's normal to be lacking because like they have very concrete damage. The only spam damage they have is really like maybe the Ana or the Tracer, but these are very low spam like spam damage, garbage damage that your aura is gonna heal. So it's mostly Tom that's gonna build the Kitsune faster. So here definitely I would camp on top right here. You're gonna die anyway. I mean that's fine to escape, but it's no big deal. Okay, now you need to get speed everybody but out. I'm sticking to stickies, no reason, it's fine. You should be on speed by default. No, I mean when nobody's taking damage really. Like here it's good to be on heal because like you're taking little damage and it's fine. You're building up ult like that, and your Kriko does not have to turn to everybody to heal if they're lacking like 1 HP. So it's good to be on heals, but before just the fight, just the phase, just before here, always on speed. You just turn the speed at the moment I don't want I said. Okay, now okay, this rotation needs to be called out before you speed. That's a little. I mean that's fine. Scary will do it for you. He does it very well. But just little note, like make sure your queen already knows she's going on the back line before you speed. Okay. Here that's useless. You really your source of damage is not gonna be great here. I would go. I would PL for the Kiriko because like the monkey, if you can like one, he just jumped here, so there was a chance you could have booped him in during the jump. Your Kiriko's a little vulnerable, and here if you stayed like here, you had cover here. If somebody was shooting you, you could space out the monkey with the backward wall ride, and you could have sped up the queen before she used shout, so she might maybe have been here before using shout, and now she would have a good opportunity to kill, you know. Little details like this, but Lucio is all about little details. So here your damage into brig heals, it sucks. Like except if you see like you have somebody that doesn't know you're here and you think you can land 4 headshots, your damage is not worth it. Now you're a little bit of the middle of nowhere, you need to position. Okay, you should really have disengaged this because now it's 95% and you're dead, you cannot recontest. So yeah, also big thing actually, big thing. A little before. Here, like, you realize the fight is lost, cut line of sight with the enemies as soon as we can, which means, in my opinion, probably going here. Go high, take the mini over there. Why is my screen fucking... I don't know what's happening to my screen. That's an Overwatch bug. That's what I'm playing in. Wait, no. That stops. No, that's an Epic Pen bug. Okay. Alright, just go take the mini, and after you can hide on top and stuff. But like, you need to be able to recontest when, like, here, if you're still not dead at this point, you should not die further. I mean, often it's not like avoidable, but you still should try. Okay. Here we die because they have rally. They used zero resource the old game because everybody died before the fight starts. Not so much to say. Okay, this is a tricky map. I mean, that's a good map for Lucio because you have a lot of like you can cut line of sight very quickly. You have good walls to wall right on, which is really important. Like the walls are really straight, so it's really easy. But it's always a little tricky against Echo, and you're about to go Brig. Yeah, you're playing a monkey comp. I'm not gonna review Brig.
I will create pathways to victory. Make sure you follow them.
Is it what you're setting up? Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna review Brig. Let's be, you know. Brig last game. Yeah. Yeah. Brig. Okay. No Brig. Therefore I'm going to take another. Numbani, there's a low chance. Dorado. Oh, Esperanza, there's a chance you play Lucio, right? Or Oasis too. No, Oasis, you said you played a F4vor comp. Match loaded. This is pretty good on Esperanza because very long horizontal spaces. You know, not like without covers, but like this is very long, actually. And speed makes a difference. Damn, Vicious not on his day. Alright, that's what is happening, guys. That's not very good. Okay, that's a good play you made. I saw it. You allowed Tom to TP back to you. You should call it in the voice, by the way. But I don't know if you did. That's a good play. Yeah, often Kiriko needs like more than direct peeling with heals or boops. She needs an escape, so you need to take some distance with her. Okay, you just lost Sombra. Please don't re-engage right now. Slow. Okay, now you need to spam a little more. Like your spam's not gonna kill somebody, but you need to be beat at the very least. And yeah, you need to. I don't know. Like sometimes, like making someone low makes somebody turns on him, and there is a little bit of a, I don't know, miscoordination that creates. So yeah, spam early fight. That's good. Tom is getting fancy. Okay, that's M speed and shout do not stack. So might as well, if you realize like you've M speed at the same time as your queen, just go on heal mode. Might as well. Yeah, also it's not really your fault. Like you can speed rotations before the fight. That's mostly the point. In a Queen comp, in a Rain or Ram comp, you wanna speed the Rain and the Ram, of course, because they need this speed. Queen doesn't really. She has shout. She's gonna manage herself. Um, so yeah, here there was no real good reason to use amp speed. So don't be afraid to not use it. Because here, when the queen is like at the end of shout, maybe she can use it to or re-engage or disengage, you know, or just here if, raw healings to just put her back in the fight directly, because the ram is about to end this nemesis form and could be great. No, fine. Okay, not much more to say. A little like the positioning here is not that great, or because I mean I think your queen's position is kind of sucks. Honestly, I would have the queen on the corner here that contests the point, and you a little here, because here you have a you have an angle to shoot at many people, as to see if somebody's slow. You know, I would like the queen to hold the corner, not here, and you like maybe on this wall pretty safe, maybe here. Here if you're really careful about the ram and the slow, and the mace slow. Every slow kills you basically. So okay, this is the ground you're shooting. Yeah, people don't realize Lucio is actually quite demanding aim-wise, because it's not like the other heroes where the enemy is moving and you have to track them or flick at them or just like position crosshair. You're the guy moving faster, so you have to adapt your aim to your speed, and that's a weird thing to do. That requires a little practice. Here, the queen shout is way too early. Here, you see, again, like the shout is better than the M speed. Okay, so if you wanted to close the distance here, you should have closed the distance with the M speed, not the shout. Here, if you close the distance with the M speed, you arrive here, and now you shout with 3 people with 50 more HP, and you go into them, and that would be huge. But you guys using the cooldowns wrong. It's fine. You have to get out of the ram. You can get out like if you master a little bit more the wall ride, you can. Ah, fuck! I didn't roll back enough. You can go back while shooting. You don't have to turn here. Like that's that sounds meaningless, but like the damage you do to a ram is not negligible. 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 I don't know why I'm. Okay, because he has a big hitbox. His head is in the middle of his body when he's in the messes, so you often need shots. So yeah, and at the end of the day, like if every time you have to put some distance between you and an opponent, you can do it backward while shooting back. That's much better. It makes a big difference. Okay, here bad boop, very bad boop. Like the ram was out of position, like your queen 2, of course, but the ram was out of position. You should have. I mean, or you I would not have gone for the. I mean, I would not have gone for the boop from backward. You know, booping the ram in. And that's because after you're landing where here, or even that's too risky. Like the Hanzo, Mei, and Bap here, that's too risky. But you should not have booped the ram backward, because he was out of position. You put him back in a safe spot. That's like a good way to lose a fight for free. So, you know, not very good. Here is there's a Bab that's alone looking through his window. If you wanna turn this fight, you need to go on him. Here you're not turning this fight if you stand here shooting. You have to take some risk. Like, high ground control is actually completely the Lucio's job. And this comp, like, you have very little person that can, like, the character was too busy healing normally, and like Trace's Sombra very bad at controlling high grounds. They're very good at flanking, but here that's like, yeah, of course the Tracer could be on it, but most of the time Lucio can control high ground. Like, you could boop this Bap in, you can straight up try to go for him from like up, little climb here, go upward, go here, take the speed, shoot him once, like one volley, two volley, maybe he dies. You can boop him if it becomes too dangerous, and you can boop him downward with like probably elf HP. I'm not saying you're gonna kill him, but if you do, that can turn the fight. If you do not, you're not very in danger actually. Like, that's a big part also. You're not in danger. Here you need to take the nice. Okay, bad route because you rolled right in front of the Enzo and the Mei, and there was a better one I showed you, and that's also a little late, but that's fine. I mean, you did the right thing. A little slow down. Okay, now you need to get out because you don't wanna die here. There's no reason to die. It's nice. Okay. On heals. Why are you on heals? Why is Bishop feeding? Aye. Okay, now you need to spam much more. You're not comfortable shooting and wall riding. That's why. Because otherwise, here a little wall to make some jumps, so they cannot know. Like, the only threat at range is really the Hanzo, which is not here, and the Hanzo is mostly like, it's a projectile, so it needs to predict where you are. If you shoot from a position where you're never twice at the same position, you're not that much at risk. Here, if you're picking this like any other character than Lucio, he knows he can pre-aim for this corner. But if you're Lucio, you can be anywhere on this fucking wall, so you cannot. If you stand here, even fucking here, and spam and like you do some movement and stuff while shooting, you cannot predict. You're not in a great danger. Here you're playing too passive, and your beat is not farming. That's way too passive. You're still not in danger here. Like a little more than before, but you still could be here if you're spamming. You have a wall to, you have like an inside to be shooting. Like, you need to maximize your spamming. Okay, that's huge. Okay, that's too big ult, is fine. Okay, here you can unlock yourself. You can unblock yourself by by wall riding here. See, the gap is much higher on top, so you can wall ride this to get in. And I would not use the boop when the Lucio is locked like that. You should be able to aim at this. Like, 1 HP anti for like the queen's anti is so fucking long. Like, you still have like 1 or 2 seconds to finish this. Like, you really can go punch him, you know, and keep the boop for dueling the Mei that you have to deal after, because the boop is crucial in this matchup. Like, that's She's 1 HP, you would have killed her with the boop, also you would have displaced her, you would have easier shots. She would not have been able to freeze you that fast, and you would have the missing damage. See, the boop's key. Okay, no, you can go faster. He's gonna TB on you. Oh, that's laborious. Yeah, you don't practice Lucio Surf. Practice Lucio practice Lucio Vod right by playing the game. And try. That's one thing you can do, is really try to make sure your mind is capable of wall riding comfortably and shooting at the same time. But that's not an easy thing actually. Like it's really not an easy task. It's doing two completely different tasks at the same time. But you need to be able to comfortably wall ride and shoot at the same time. This or you can do it like two different tasks at the same time, or you can do it like you change really rapidly your mind from shooting one volley, going back to your wall ride, shooting one volley, going back to your wall ride. But like that needs to be done really quickly, because of course wall ride is very, very fast. If you wait too long, you're falling off your wall, maybe not in a good position. So yeah, you gotta practice a little wall ride if you wanna be Lucio. Although I must say, Lucio does not seem to be very good, so I'm not sure we're gonna need it for OD, but it's a bit sad. But again, better wall ride, he would just have avoided this Mei ult. Like, he would very simply have managed to escape without even thinking about it. Okay, now you need to feed people. Sombra doesn't fucking care. It's fine, you're optimizing. That's very good. Head level. You cross, not L level, and that's the block. Here, when you're not very pressured, there is also a very interesting thing about Lucio. Like, your weapon sucks. Okay, so you should not be prioritizing all the time, focusing on your weapon. But when you don't have anything else to do, you should. Like in the spam before the fight, you should be focused on where you're placing the cursor, like Zen, and shooting at head level and spamming. That's gonna bring you a lot of ult charge. But after, you need also to detach yourself. Detach. I don't know. Alright, you need to not hard focus on aiming when there are more important stuff to do, like reading the fight, wall riding away from somebody, or going in, using M speed at the perfect time. Like, you have to focus on your aim in the time you're not having a very hard task or very crucial task to do. But yeah, after, you need to completely snap out of it. So in the spam portion, you could spam. You can focus a little bit more on spamming. Okay, here, well, that's pretty good spacing, if I'm pretty sure from you. Why is this not first person? I don't know. Okay, yeah, I don't know what's happening with this. I'm pretty sure it's good spacing here. Again, I'm not sure you track that your queen had the swing, you should track the the swings of your queen, because she was obviously gonna survive the ram when she had swing. Okay. Okay, now you need to speed in. Her shout is like 15 seconds, your amp is 12 seconds. She has shout because she used shout. Like she has shout in like 2 seconds, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's check that. 1 second, alright. So here you should be speeding in. Now she already used shout. Here, speed in, speed in, speed in. Okay, that's not too bad. That's really slow, but that's fine. I mean, not. Yeah, we're not gonna comment about that. You're 1 HP, you have selfie, you could just wait for them to kill her without shooting her, but you just wanted your fucking name to appear, like you wanted your fucking limb on the scoreboard, right? And I just watched Kabaji play, and he didn't like play so much in Overwatch 2, I feel like, and it feels so different when people are not trying to just increase their scoreboard. Like this kind of stupid mistake, like people would never do. So now you literally lost the fight because of that. I mean, you gotta learn one, right? Okay. Reload, you have 12 ammo. That's fine though. That's a wall though. Okay, using EMP and the fight winning ultimates when they have nothing for it at the same time. I am a little sad. Also, I'm not saying the beat is bad, the beat is okay, but you should have watched before beating, because that's a reactionary bit. Like there was nobody in danger. Like actually the beat is bad because nobody was really in danger of dying to this ram ult. Like Kiriko can TP away, and you just like you had in your mind, I'm betting the ram ult, but real like yeah, that's the original plan. But if his ult sucks so bad, like keep the beat. I mean, there's no shame in keeping a beat for half of the game. It happens, you know. I mean, I'm telling you, sometimes I don't beat the whole fucking game because I don't have an opportunity or a good reason to. And actually, there's two ults you can beat. Not much in rush. Like you can always, like, if there is really no beat, you can no ult you need to counter with beat. You can always beat to just give extra HP to everybody in the melee, and that's actually a pretty good advantage. Otherwise, like, you have the Mei ult and the Ram ult. That's, I mean, if the Ram ult sucks, you can always beat the Mei ult. It can make a huge difference actually. It can. No, no. That's not how you help the Kiriko. You don't go closer. You stay in 30-meter range, and you trust her to TP away at the right moment. Here, look at how much trouble you're putting him in. Like you're fucking throwing his TP out. Okay, he's fine. Reload while he dies for it. Okay, first reload while wall riding because you have nothing better to do. He dies for it, and now you're in a bad position because you helped him the wrong way. It's a Kiriko. Now you don't even have ammo to shoot and farm your next beat. Okay, they're not close. They're not close. Spam it before going back to help. Spam them. It's 4 minutes. You most likely gonna have one beat because you're not spamming. If you were spamming, you might have 2 beats in the entire game. In the rest of the game, I mean. In the rest of the game, not the entire game. Sorry. Okay, now everybody wants to go right. Okay, nice. That's good, that's good. Boops, bad, again. Boop them in, not out. Okay, here that's a tough spot, but here, if you're better at wall riding, you can climb a little bit, take the turn with holding the space. Like nobody's gonna be able to shoot you while you turn, and then you can take some speed, and with this cover, if you wall ride downward with a little bit of speed, you can join them really easily. And now your aura is gonna make a huge difference here. Like it makes completely the difference between them 1 HP trying to survive to them being a queen killing them, you know. So a little bit better wall riding, and here your queen dies. That's not your fault. I mean, she should have stayed hidden and wait for help. But this pup is really gonna survive. By the way, Anzo arrows, you're gonna take some. It just happens, you know. Like some are avoidable, some are your fault, and some are just because it's Anzo, you know.
They're gagging our robot. How's that out there?
Reload. Reload. Dum dum dum. There is an entry. You can go help them, you know. Every time you don't know what to do, that's fine to not know what to do, but at least give them the aura, you know. Maybe they can do something with it. Like if you need a little bit of time to think about what you're doing, that's okay, but give them the aura. And also, this is typically the kind of death, like the ram was, that's actually a pretty good example. In rush, like sometimes rush works. Some rush works because very weirdly, because like this ram is super overextended, you know. It's like he should not be able to be here. He's going in with the beat because he thinks it's invincible, but the beat's about to expire right now. If you were here, you could boop him like away here, cutting the line of sight, or in, or just booping away to make him miss one punch on Tom, plus your heals. Maybe he survives. You know, you never know. And also like these over aggression, your boop can punish it pretty well. So if you were here, just jumping around, booping him, booping him, like healing your team passively, like you never know. That could be a difference, huge difference. Because here, like fighting 1v1s with Lucio's not worth it. Like everybody's gonna miss half of the shots, you know. It's kind of dumb. Like most of the time, like Lucio ignores each other except for the boop. Like sometimes when you know he has a great boops and he wants to use one, like to make 3 people fall off the map, then you can counter boop, and that's mostly the whole interaction between Lucio's. It's like, yeah, maybe the M speed, like reactive M speed, or the offensive M speed, like there is this, and there is like the boop game. Like counter booping, booping away, making the other Lucio believe you're gonna go for a boop, then go for a different road and completely change target. I mean, you don't interact a lot with. You're not supposed to interact a lot with the enemy Lucio. Like, if you're finding yourself with the only thing to do is to fight another Lucio, except if like he specifically went to go in really deep in a room and like you feel like he overextended and you can kill him, like you should probably do something else, you know. It's really hard and the matchup, like in 1v1 in a corridor, it's pretty much impossible. In 1v1 in an open space with walls, maybe you can do something, but okay, this is a bad M speed. You didn't need it. You could have used it after. Okay, Ram demonstrating why he's worse than Queen. This is a bad boop. Again, you're putting him in the position where he has a chance to get healed, helped, and he headshot your queen. That's too many. That's way too many boops. At this point, that's a real serious issue. Like, really here. Before this. Wow. Okay, there is no great spot like to boop in, because like if this doesn't allow you to use this wall to just boop somebody in and you know, go somewhere else. So this fucking thing, it doesn't make it easy. So maybe you just don't boop, you just shoot people. Like, you just shoot this, you just go with your queen, speed in and shoot the Enzo, but don't. Like, that's sad, honestly. You're making her miss the shot and making like in line of sight of his healer and able to escape. And your queen didn't anticipate that he would hit the headshot, and she dies. I don't know what Tom does here. It's kinda crazy. No, I'm not destroying. I mean, yeah, like, the position is not great, but again, should not have mattered if you didn't boop the Hanzo away. Like, maybe a good way to think of it is like, I heard people that complain about like the fact that F4vor ability, like life grip, it sometimes can benefit the enemies, but boop too. Like, boop can totally benefit the enemies. Like, you should be mindful about using it. I don't know what we're doing here. Why we're not playing the fight? That's, you have to go. Oh my god, that's rough. There is a little map tip. There is a wall that's very easy to climb. You can go inside. You can go inside or make the whole fucking rotation outside. But I mean, probably wanna go inside because this is suicide, and that's retarded suicide. Not retarded, delayed. My bad, that's a false friend. In French, we have something delayed is almost like retard, but except I didn't mean retard. Okay. We'll see. Okay. So there is a lot of like improving to do if you're okay with going a little bit main support when I'm not here. But yeah, otherwise, like, if you feel like that's too much, like, and you don't wanna practice, that's also something, and we can like hard practice like comps that do not requires like Lucios and stuff. Or like probably Brig you can play, because let's be honest, Brig is it doesn't require so much of training, but Lucio does, and if you don't wanna do it, then that's fine. Uh, Otherwise, well, you're the thing you can improve on, and yeah, I hope you appreciate it. Uh, I made it as best as possible with the with the replay that I have, and yeah. Well, in the meantime, see you next time. Maybe, yeah, tonight. You playing tonight? I don't know. Alright, see you.